Hi, guys, and welcome to Crypto Chronicles. I'm Carla Garrick of Porcupine Real Estate, and I'm delighted to be joined today by two geniuses who are going to explain everything about smart titles to us, because I have no idea what that is about. We get to hear from two very smart gentlemen. First, of course, is Matthew Ping from Ledgeview Commercial, and we're delighted to be joined today by someone from Ubitquity, the founder, CEO, and Nathan Wosnack. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us, yes.
All right, so we're going to break this down for people like Carla who need to understand what's up. For people who've been following along, we've been talking about tokenization, the opportunities that crypto presents to us. And this feels like sort of the next stage of that. This is very nascent, it's very fresh, it's very new stuff that is going to be great for our customers. So Matthew, first to you, can you just sort of explain to folks back home, what is a smart title and what are we up? What's up?
Thanks for having us on. Appreciate it. A smart title is just like your real estate title. You have a deed that is registered with your local government. Well, instead of registering with them, you would register on a blockchain like Polygon, which is what Ubitquity uses. So in theory, it makes it a lot faster to record property ownership changes. So instead of taking a few hours for the government to upload and register everything, it could be done in a matter of minutes.
Okay, wow. So it's sort of like a second form of a deed registry. So for folks who understand the old model, you got to go, you got to follow your paperwork, they got to do all of it. And we're saying, hey, maybe we're like in the future now, and when there's a better way to do it, and we're going to do it with tech.
There is a better way, yes. And we believe blockchain is going to be that function for property ownership registrations going forward. It does take time for the real estate industry and governments to adopt new technology, but we are building it now.
Right. And of course, I mean, that is smart, hence the title, Smart Titles. Nathan, you are the founder, of course, of Ubitquity. Tell us just briefly what the company's about and sort of how you see all of this playing out.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for having me again, and I really appreciate it. Having Matt, Ubitquity was founded, without going too much into the weeds, 2015. I've been running this for 8.5 years. We originally wanted to work with county recorders and have like a parallel backup using blockchain technology for records. We did a few pivots over the years, a lot of successful launches, some of them in like the aviation title space, etc. And it was about a year ago, actually, a year or 2 months ago, that came to the idea with some of our partners. We have one of our strategic partners and clients, Rainier Title, out of Washington State, subsidiary of Stewart Title, insurance underwriter, and they were our first client to sign up for one of our main products called NF Title Network, and it's a flagship product now that we actually run, and we really wanted to do something other than just having things put on the blockchain, right? So when you put things on the blockchain, you're not actually putting files on the blockchain. You're effectively putting these letters and numbers, a hash of the records that are effectively like represent, whatever data you're sending. It's generally encrypted, that kind of thing. So that's boring. It's almost like DOS in the 80s. And with an NFT, so a non-fungible token, that really brings like a visual representation to whatever it is that you're tokenizing in this case. So with NF Title, we have the ability, you have the ability to get an NFT minted on our platform. We're not using any third party. We're using NF Title Network, our own infrastructure that we've built. And it does secure storage on Google Cloud, as well as this technology called IPFS. That's a peer-to-peer storage solution. And then it backs it up, a hash of that data onto the blockchain. Polygon right now, but we'll have other blockchains supported. So like Matt said, it's really going to help with a lot of things. Certainly, we foresee it helping to speed up title search, helping to reduce things like fraud over time. you know, although the NFTs won't be a single source of truth, because really at the end of the day, the county recorders are, it is a nice backup. And if you do remember, there were some major insurance underwriters that got hacked last year, First American and I believe, yeah, Fidelity as well. And so there were security issues. Some of the data broker companies like Data Trace and things had security issues. And, you know, you think to myself, had these insurance underwriters and their clients, their constituents used a technology like ours, perhaps they wouldn't have these types of issues, or at least they'd be able to mitigate some of them. Having a good chain of custody is important as well. And so, you know, what we've done in a year, without getting too verbose here and off the rails, is in a year we've already recorded over 1 million. We'll be at 2 million records by definitely before the end of June. And these records, although it's not 2 million title policies, which obviously encompass a whole lot of records, but 2 million records that were just as part of title policies and that kind of thing. So we're quite excited. We're working with Ledgeview Properties, Matt's company, Rainier Title, and a few other companies as well.
It's fascinating. And, you know, it's so interesting because obviously we can get into the weeds, but I think for, you know, this call, as long as people can fully understand really what we're trying to do is to create this second ledger, or a second set of books, I suppose, where we can say, instead of just relying on the government for this information, can we build an alternative that will actually be a better free market solution that solves some of these problems? So we're going to reduce the costs, we're going to make the time faster, and we're going to make it more secure. Matt, tell us, you're going to be talking about this at PorcFest.
Yeah, I'm going to be speaking about smart titles at PorcFest on Thursday, the 20th at 10 a.m. At the Own Hub.
And so for folks who are seeing this before the time, we encourage everyone, of course, to come to PorcFest. That'll be June 17th through the 23rd. There's still some tickets available. Highly encourage you guys to come and to get in with all of this as it emerges, right? This is such an exciting time. So we'll be working, Nathan, with you, I suppose, to make sure that our buyers start to get these smart titles going forward. Is there something you feel like folks should know?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, you know, with any technology, it's always good to keep upgrading and building tools. So we have what's called add-ons. So we have an add-on solution that we'll be launching pretty soon called NFT Vault. Sounds pretty fancy, but what it basically is, version 1 is going to be the ability for you know, our customers, so our business customers, their end users being homeowners, to be able to view their NFT, to be able to view the secure storage of that data, you know, using some of these fancy technologies like IPFS, a blockchain record, but it'll be kind of read-only, right? Viewable only. So effectively, that's what we're going to have built for June. And then it's really exciting. This is something that we've been working on for quite a long time. We're also going to have it's going to be launched, and we'll be having we'll ensure that we'll ensure that Porcupine Real Estate and Ledgeview are also armed with this technology as well. And it's an add-on called Cypher BPA, and that sounds very techy and like science fiction-y. But Cypher BPA is a technology. Basically, it's business process automation. So effectively, it'll be when there's a lot of records going through, we get hopefully you guys get a lot of customers signing up and a lot of people, a lot of homeowners. We have an automation tool in place that will facilitate this. So let me give you an example. For a year, we had myself and many staff members doing data entry for 30,000 plus title policies. And that's insane. And that's a lot of work.
That's a lot of job.
It's a lot of work, and it wasn't even cost effective, even if we were to outsource it. So we were able to build, we got a tool built. It'll be finished. It's actually finished now. We're just doing quality assurance testing that will automate the heck out of all of this. It'll record it as we sleep. So for example, the data gets sent to, your company would send it to us. We would process it through our technology. It would automatically upload the NFT, automatically record to the blockchain, automatically stored on IPFS, interplanetary file system. That's techie. It's all encrypted. And then Google Cloud Platform, also encrypted. We're Google for Startup program members as well. So all of that, it's all coming, and we're leading the way. I mean, we're certainly leading the way, and you know, like I said, we're going to have over 2 million records pretty soon.
Wow. So for folks who have followed along this far, thank you, because if you're a little confused like I might be about these things, here's the easy way to understand it. Basically, what we're talking about is for anyone who buys a house going forward, we're going to have this second system. We're going to register the deeds on the blockchain, and you might think about it as you're receiving a housewarming gift of this new technology that will create a impeachable record of that thing that you own. We're running up against the clock here, so any last thoughts? And then both of you, please tell everyone how they can get a hold of you if they have follow-on questions. And of course, we'll follow up with some more talks about this fascinating subject soon.
Matt, do you want to go ahead?
Well, I'm definitely excited about the technology, making it easier to transfer titles for home ownership, hopefully lowering the cost for owners eventually as governments start to adopt this technology. You can find me, I'm not really on social media, but mping@ledgeviewcommercial.com is a good way to get a hold of me. Great.
Nathan?
Yeah, that's absolutely. You know, I always encourage any of our customers. You know, you certainly go to your vendor. But if you do want to reach out to us with any questions, I'm always happy to answer questions. You can email us. It's info@ubitquity.io. So ubitquity.io. You can send us a text message to you're gonna love this 724 Bitcoin, but it's a Bitcoin with a 0. Or you can follow us on x.com/ubiquity_IO.
Perfect. Thanks to both of you for joining me to talk about this fascinating and emerging, exciting new market. And people can reach me at carla@porcupinerealestate.com. And we will be back with Crypto Chronicles again soon. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.